Hey there guys, this is my new Let's Play. I'm starting today. This is a game from when I was younger, but this is the remake of it that was on the 360. This is Perfect Dark. I was going to do the original Nintendo 64 version, but whenever I recorded it, the audio went really out of sync with the actual video for some reason. And no matter what settings I used or whatever I tried, it was really weird. So, I'm doing a remake version. I'm doing a remake version instead. I'm just quickly going to make sure some settings are all okay. Also, that's something I want to point out. Look, you got the classic controls, but then if you look at these other ones, you got like Spartan, which is a reference to Halo, and you got Duty Calls, reference to Call of Duty. It's pretty funny. Yeah, I'm just going to turn the music down a little bit. The music is excellent in this game. It's made by Graham Norgate and Grant Kirkhope, so it's great. And important things I want to make sure are on cutscene subtitles, which are on, and show mission time, which is useful for keeping track of time on each mission. And also working out how fast you're going for unlocking certain things. So I'll go over some of the other things in later videos because they're not important right now. Right, so let us go and load up the cloud, because I don't actually have a game saved on here on the cloud. On my hard drive I've completed the game in full. So I'll go over the menu things real quick. The Carrington Institute is basically your training ground. You can learn about all the different gadgets and weapons and mechanics of the game there. There's also a firing range there, which I will be doing later in the game, once I've unlocked all the weapons for it. And by doing a firing range, you actually unlock some classic weapons to use as cheats, and for multiplayer I think. Then we've got solo missions, which is single player. I'll be playing that through on Perfect Agent, which is the hardest difficulty. Or the hardest difficulty you start off with. Then we've got the Combat Simulator, which has 30 challenges we can do on it. The Combat Simulator is the multiplayer mode, and it has 30 challenges where you play against the AI in increasingly harder game types. You can play each of the challenges with 1 to 4 players, and they stack in difficulty depending on how many players you've got, so it's pretty cool. And then we've got the co-op mode, which is just co-op. You can play with either an AI or you can play with another player on both this version and the N64 version. And then counter-operative, which is one of the most interesting modes because I've not really seen it much in many other games. Counter-operative is where 2 players play. One of you plays as the main character playing through the mission, while the other one plays as the enemies in the level. And each time the second player dies, they will respawn as a new enemy every single time. It's pretty cool. It's just something I've not really seen much in any other game. So we're going to start off with dataDyne Central, Defection. We're going to be playing on Perfect Agent, and here are our objectives. Just like on Goldeneye, we get a bit of background about the mission. We also get some information from our boss, who is Carrington. We get some information about our objectives as well, which is useful in case you want to know a bit more. And there we go. We're going to start this now, and I'll see you guys after the first cutscene.
Why the big hurry?
If Dr. Carlo is not extracted tonight, dataDyne will put him through mind conditioning. And we'll lose our best chance of finding out what dataDyne are up to.
Are they all expendable?
Don't joke. You have to be careful, Joanna. Gold keys will only operate while the owner is alive. If you kill them, the key is useless. Armed guards are a different matter, of course.
What's the target location?
Work your way down the building to the ground level. Dr. Cowell will be in a research lab somewhere in the underground facility.
How will I recognize him?
We don't have an image record, and we can't find any official files. All we have is the name. Good luck, Dr. Doc.
So, this is the first mission. We are playing as Joanna Dark. And she's the top agent of the Carrington Institute. So I'm just going to take out his cameras to start off with. And then we'll work our way down the building. There should be a guy out here somewhere. Whoops. Yeah, these controls are a little bit weird to me. I've been playing too much PC lately. So playing with a controller is actually difficult. Yeah, you can see I'm struggling to get like in between certain areas of the control sticks for my aiming.
We're getting a positive reading. The internal comms hub is nearby.
So our first objective is to disable the internal security hub. Now, unlike Goldeneye, you actually can bring up a quick menu on each of the missions. On here we can pick our gadgets and our weapons, which is really useful. Considering if you remember on Goldeneye, to access your gadgets you had to go through the pause menu and try and find it on there.
Come on.
So this game improves on a lot of aspects that Goldeneye had.
I've got a clue. We're on the same floor as Cassandra's office.
Like, it improves on AI to an extent, and it also improves on general gameplay as well. I'll talk about more of the mechanics as I go through them.
Who are you and what are you doing here?
So, on this game, one thing they've improved on is every single gun has a secondary function. With the pistols, usually it's just pistol whip, but some of the more interesting ones include like lock-on aiming and like fly-by-wire and stuff like that. Oh god, my aim is terrible. I absolutely love this game. I wanted to do the Nintendo 64 version like I said earlier, but the game just wouldn't cooperate with recording. So normally there'd be a guy in here that you kill and he'd drop a shield on agent difficulty, which is basically a body armor on this game. Let's get him in the head. Okay. This was one of the few games on the Nintendo 64 that used the expansion pack. The interesting thing about the expansion pack is it was supposed to add 4 megabytes of memory to the game whenever you used it, and it was actually required to play the single player, but it didn't actually use any of it, or hardly any of it. It's really weird. How do I crouch? Oh, it's just B on this. If you remember how to crouch on Goldeneye, where you had to aim and it would make you crouch. If you do it on the Nintendo 64 version, you just aim, press your C down button twice, and you'll get down into a really low crouch. There's like 2 different modes of crouch you can use, and you can get under smaller objects. I always loved how bloody this game was when I was younger, and I also loved the voices of the enemies. I think that was that Gangnam Style guy. Kind of looked like him for a second there.
Intruder alert.
Yeah, because at the time there was not many games that I played that had voice acting. Or at least enemy voice acting, like just standard enemies. Some of the interesting things the AI does is like they'll run off sometimes to alert other guards that you're around. And they'll just bring more enemies after you. Like they won't run for alarms, they'll just go and run into another room just to tell the guards that you're here.
Personality is expandable in this case. No, I can start the process from my office terminal and delete the necessary files at the same time. I'll begin at once. Goodbye.
Help! Intruder! Security, help me!
So if we follow this guy, we need to actually force him to help us. But if we wait for him to run down here, he'll actually access a room that we can't normally open, which is this one.
I've got a password problem, and you're the man to help me with it.
Don't shoot! Don't shoot!
And in here we get a couple of guns and some pistol ammo. We get the laptop gun, which is a really interesting gun. If you hold down your secondary fire button, you can actually throw down the laptop gun, like so, by pulling the trigger. And it will make a sentry gun. It will fire out around 200 rounds and just fire at any enemies it sees. You can always pick up the laptop gun as well once you've deployed it.
I'm logging on now.
So we need to knock out this guy once he's logged in so we can access his details.
Right, I'm in.
There we go. Bring up a little quick menu and get a data uplink out. There we go. So now we've got to get down to the basement, which we need to go on the elevators for. Just call them both, just don't know which one will come up first. Here we go, here's an elevator. No, the other one wasn't too far behind. Oops, there we go. So let's get ready to rumble. There's a lot of guards down here, especially for an early mission. That's one down. So we can actually use this this elevator door to our advantage because it's bulletproof glass for some reason. So if you need somewhere to hide behind for cover, you can always use that. Now if you're playing on Agent or Special Agent, there will be a shield either there or there. I can not remember which one it is, but it's down inside of one of the elevators pretty much. And round the back of here there is there's those two guys we shot earlier, but there's also some extra CMP ammo if you need it. You can actually access the street if you want to, but I'll probably show that off in an extra.
The other hub's got to be in security.
So because we picked up that necklace earlier, that was actually a key to open this door. If you don't have that necklace, you can't open this door. And we need to open this door so we can access the external comms hub. Right, I'll probably be using CMP more in the next mission, so I won't use it for the rest of this one.
There's someone here.
Now this is an odd spot. You can actually get unlimited enemies at this point if you're not careful. It's like a clown car.
I've got a key.
And if you don't come around here quick enough, you'll just keep getting endless enemies. From what I remember anyway. I could be wrong, it's been a long time. Anyway, this is the elevator we need to get to, so let's end the mission. So, we actually unlocked the classic site. I believe you just get that for completing the first mission in general anyway. But what the classic sight is, it's a cheat that turns your little aimer into the Goldeneye aimer, the red crosshair, which is really cool if you want a bit of nostalgia. So I will be keeping track of all the stats between missions. At the end of the video I'll put a stats screen which takes care of, it'll add up all the stats from everything like the shot total, the deaths I've had, the kills I've got, and it'll also have my weapons of choice on there as well, so you can have a look at that if you really want to. But yeah, we completed that one, and I think we'll save the next mission for next time. Oh, I forgot it actually. Yeah, I forgot there's a leaderboard on this version. That's my best time as well though. I can actually do it faster, but we'll save that for another day. So, next time we'll be doing dataDyne investigation. So, thank you for watching everyone. If you enjoyed this video, let me know, leave me a comment or something. And I'll see you guys later for some more Perfect Dark. Take care everyone.